Happy midnight, everybody. The moon is shining, and I hope all of you are smiling. Welcome, everyone, to the Skyfall SMP. Today is episode 8. Today is episode 8, not 7. And we are going to be having a pretty straightforward and chill episode today. I'm very excited. Basically, my plans for today's episode is that we're going to be expanding our area here. We're going to be adding tons of new Greek and Roman inspired builds with the goal of making it even more immersive, even more in-depth and detailed. I'm very, very excited. However, before we get started with building, I am going to need to do some resource collection because here it is. This is all the mud I have left, and that's just frankly not going to cut it for all the things we're going to be building in today's episode. I have plans to build an entire second villa. It's going to be a bit smaller than this one, but we're going to build a second villa, an amphitheater, and an aqueduct that I'm very, very excited for. So all that to say, we just don't have all the resources yet for that, and primarily mud is what we're going to need. So let's go ahead and head out to a mangrove swamp and gather up at least one shulker box, maybe 2 of mud. Oh my goodness, I finally found the portal. I actually had to go back and watch my own episode 3 so I could figure out what coordinates this portal was at because I had completely lost it. But here we are. This is the mangrove swamp biome from episode 3, which you guys should go check out. And this is where we caught all the mud the first time we needed it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pack up 2 more shulkers of mud so that we can continue building and expanding our base. Just like that, we have 2 full shulker boxes of mud and even a little bit more. And as I'm sure you guys saw in that time lapse, we absolutely demolished this biome. The scores have been tabulated. It is now Moonshine 2, Nature still 0, because look at this. We have just ripped up an entire ecosystem. There's even tropical fish getting flushed out of their mangrove waters and out onto the stone, and I have seen several of these guys die, so why don't we just help these ones along? Actually, I wonder if you can get tropical fish heads, so I'm going to kill a couple of these guys to see. I feel like some kind of swamp-dwelling gator that's just in his hunting grounds, and then out of nowhere, boom, I murk the fish. Did I just get a head? I have 2 tropical fish heads, yay! Also, I can confirm that frogs also drop their heads. Am I a monster? Anyways, we got what we came for. Let's go ahead and pack up these mud shulkers and head back to the base. Alright, so now we have the 2 boxes of mud, but this actually isn't the kind of mud we need. We need packed mud, and in order to turn this mud into packed mud, we need wheat, and we need 1 piece of wheat for every single packed mud block. There's just one problem with this. This right here this is all the wheat I have. I don't have any more wheat than this. So we need to somehow acquire lots and lots of wheat so that we have enough packed mud for all of our projects today. And I think the method I'm going to use for getting all that wheat is I'm just going to go out into the wilderness until I find villages, and then I will raid those villages for all of their hay bales, and hopefully we can at least gather up enough wheat to get started. Now, in order to get to villages that none of the other server members have been to, we went ahead and went about 1,000 directions in the Nether, which equates to about 8,000 blocks in the overworld. So hopefully we're going to load some brand new terrain and get to villages that no one's been to before. And we popped out in a mesa. This is really good for people who need lots of terracotta. In fact, I'll probably let Sneezy know that this is here. But this is just about the worst biome in the game for finding villages. But nevertheless, we're going to forge on, get flying, and hopefully find some villages nearby. Alright, I think we are going to go ahead and head on back to the base because we have found a lot of hay bales. We found a lot of hay bales, of course, and I think this should be enough to get us started. But in addition to what we found, Raven just got online, and I totally forgot that Raven actually has a wheat farm. So we are going to go purchase 18 stacks of wheat from Raven. So let's head on back to the base and do that. All right, we are now back at the base, and Raven should be headed over any second now to deliver us the wheat, which I'm very, very thankful for. Raven?
Hello?
Hello!
How are you?
Doing great. It's so nice to see you again.
Boop.
Oh my gosh, this is a lifesaver. Thank you so much. I
You're
have
welcome.
your payment right here and
Gracias.
delivery fee.
Oh, thanks. If you need more, just let me know, because I do have some more right now, and I'm only using it for trades. We'll catch you later.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the mud or the wheat, and yeah, take care.
All right, later.
Later, Raven. It's so nice to see Raven again. She's been offline for a couple of days, so it's just good to have her back. And thank you so much, Raven, for all of the wheat. I'm afraid that our friend's chest might be a little too small. Yeah, we can't even fit in these last two friends. There we go. New friend barrel. Now we can have an even larger family. Now that we have the mud, we're only really missing two resources, and that is dripstone blocks and light gray terracotta. So let's go on out and collect up those so that we have all the materials for all of today's builds. All right, we're actually going to take a bit of a quick detour over to the shopping district because I've heard that there was a bit of a creeper accident at the Loon Armory. So I've got some repair materials in my inventory, and oh why, nothing is loading right now. But anyways, let's pop on over to our shop and make sure that there is no incredible damage done, and we can also probably check profits while we're there. Alright, this must be where the explosions happened, and it actually doesn't look like anything was too bad. I believe it was Burkle who was here during this, and it looks like he's done a pretty good job making some repairs that he could while he was here, so thank you, Burkle, for that. I'll go ahead and fix up the Loon Armory so it's looking nice and snazzy once again. Alright, and I think all of the repairs are done. Everything should be back to the way it was. I did have to rewrite this pricing lectern, but that was honestly a good thing because it gave me a chance to add our curse books. I'm not sure if people were confused about the pricing of these. Not that I expect to be selling many, but it's good now that they're in the pricing lectern. Now, with all the repairs done, since we're at the Loon Armory, let's go ahead and check all of our profits, starting with the netherite that we stocked last episode. I'm curious to see if and how much we've sold. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we sold so much. Oh my goodness, look how rich we are. I was expecting to make a couple sales of netherite, but I had no idea it would sell out so quickly. We only have 4 left in stock. I think I will end up doing a restock just because it is such a popular item, and I'm a greedy man. I want more diamonds. Now, let me go ahead and collect up all the other profits that might be hiding in these barrels, and then we can tally up our total profits from the Loon Armory. All right, guys. Are you ready to see the profits that we've made just since last episode? Well, here we are. We have made almost 7 stacks of diamonds just since last episode. That is insane. This brings our total number of diamonds all the way up to whatever this is right here. It looks like a little over 13 stacks of diamonds. And keep in mind, I had almost nothing when I opened this shop. So all of this is just profit from the Loon Armory. I think we're doing pretty well. But with all of that Loon Armory business out of the way, we can get back to work. Alright guys, so a quick update on what's going on. I'm currently looking for a cave to mine dripstone, and I came across this one, but then I noticed there's an ancient city here. This is not at all very far from 12K gang. This is basically next door. I say we go and explore this ancient city. We haven't been to an ancient city since way back in episode 1, and I still don't have the swift sneak enchantment on my pants, so we might as well just see what happens. The cave is extremely open, and there's surface access right here, so if things go south, it should be easy to just use a rocket and fly out. Let's go on in here. Hey, look at that. We found some diamonds. We will be sure to approach quietly, but I don't have any wool on me, so we will kind of just have to go with the flow. I don't see any shriekers in this area, so I'm just going to go ahead and break this sensor. Nice, that didn't activate anything, and then we can loot. Alright, so that just gave us a couple of enchanted books, but none of them were Swift Sneak. In fact, I think I'm going to leave these here, because I have all of these already. Now let's try this one. Swift Sneak 2. Okay, so it's not Swift Sneak 3, so we'll keep looking, but that's still something good. Because this cave is so open, we have the advantage of being able to scout everything out beforehand, and we can even spot chests from way up here. I see another chest off in the darkness there. I don't know how dark this is going to be on camera. Hopefully not too dark. But let's head over to that chest. All right, and let's open it up. Mending, we don't really need that. Yeah, we don't need any of this. This is not very good. All right, directly next door to that one, there was this ice box, which has a chest in it. Nothing good there. Oh, and one more chest over there. Oh, this one has another Swift Sneak 2 book. So we could combine these and get Swift Sneak 3, or we can keep looking. I'm going to keep looking because if we get any extra Swift Sneak 3, then we can sell them at our shop. All right, I unfortunately was not recording, but I did just set off a shrieker. I'm not sure where the shrieker itself is, but we got to be a little bit careful. It came somewhere from this direction, so let's see if we can locate and disable that shrieker. Oh, yep, that's it right there. Okay, I think this is the only one nearby. That's just a catalyst. Yeah. All right, let's take this thing out. No problem. Yeah, that was it. Okay, nice. And we can loot this chest freely. Ah, not even any enchanted books. I'm not going to bother looking at the other things. Hey, look at that. More diamonds. Okay, we have one last area to loot. If I pop into free cam, I can just go ahead and show you guys. It is loot central back here. So we have a chest here, 2 chests right there, and then we have an icebox at the end and a tower right here. So 2 towers actually. So we have a lot of loot all in this corner, and I'm greedy. We're going to get it all. I turn on hitboxes, by the way, so I could see other mobs. But I've gone ahead and mined up some wool, so we should be able to defuse any shriekers we come across. I think we will start at this end of the row with the icebox and work our way down. Oh, look at that. Even more diamonds. I accidentally set off another shrieker, which means if we get one more strike, that's it. We're out. I did disable it, but yeah, we're kind of close to spawning a warden. Things are getting a little testy. All right, icebox chests. Nothing again. Let's move on to the tower. I don't see any shriekers, so I'm kind of just going to go in without any caution whatsoever. And it actually worked. So let's check out what we've gotten here. Efficiency 3. Again, nothing very good at all. We'll take those music disc shards and the potion. Might as well take the horse armor. Maybe one of the other members will want it. And I just set off shrieker number 3. Let's see if a warden spawns. Maybe there was enough time in between activating them. I'm actually pretty sure it was a skeleton. Yeah, that guy. That guy shot at me, and I think that set it off. That makes me a little bit mad. Okay, no warden spawns, though. No warden spawns. We'll keep going. Okay, that time I stepped on one. So now we are out of here. We gotta go now. That's definitely a warden spawn. I need this blindness effect to stop so I can fly safely. Uh-oh. Okay, we can fly. Oh, I'm so greedy. I want to stay in here and get those last few items. We'll go up and we'll reset. We'll reset at the entrance. Guys, I'm greedy. I gotta go back in. I gotta see what's in all of those remaining chests. We just have to be more careful this time. Oh. No way. More diamonds. All right, so we're back in the corner that we were just in, and I don't see the warden. I think he probably lost interest and went back into the ground, but we definitely need to be very careful here. That looked like lag damage. Okay, upon further inspection, I'm in free cam right now. That's him. That's the guy that we spawned. Yeah, man, he's scary. I don't want to get too close to this guy at all. This time I'm going to be very careful to use sound occluding blocks to block off all of the shriekers, and I'm not going to step on any of them. I promise. Yeah, we'll do wool. Carefully jump up here. Alright, these guys should be shut off, and I'll go ahead and break them one at a time. Alright. Man, this is stressful. Alright, so those guys are both deactivated. Are there any more in this tower nearby? Why don't I just go ahead and take out these sensors as well? Alright, and the chests. Enchanted golden apple, that's pretty rare. None of this other stuff is great, though. I already have some sculpt catalyst at home. Yeah, we don't really want any of this. There are a ton of shriekers right here, though. Let me go ahead and disable these. Well, disabling didn't work. We had to bail again. There was a sensor that set off all 3 shriekers at once, which is just an instant warden spawn. So Yeah, we gotta let the area cool off for a little bit, but I'm determined. We are gonna get all the loot out of that one corner, I promise. All right, and this is the last chest here that we have left to loot, so... And it's bad. Dang it. I was really holding out for more Swift Sneak books. Well, that was a really fun, if not perilous, adventure. And we made it out with a decent amount of loot, including 18 diamonds that we just found while we were down there. Now, I'm sure that this surprise ancient city adventure probably took up a lot of video time, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip to when I have all the resources ready to build. That way we can crack on with making the new additions to our base. All right, guys, we are back at the base. I've got all the resources ready for the builds we're going to be doing today. I'm probably going to do them all at once in one big time lapse, and then we can talk about it afterwards. So yeah, without further ado, let's hit it. Just like that, we have some beautiful new additions to our area. Let me walk you through what I've got. So we will start here at the ruined Greek amphitheater. This is a relatively small amphitheater if you were to take into consideration ones that were actually made throughout history. We have the rounded circle where the audience would stand. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw in that showcase time lapse, but a dog just randomly spawned on these steps. So I tamed him. His name is now Thespian, after his appreciation for the theater. But anyways, Thespian will be our audience member for now. And then over here, this kind of ruined bit, this is where the stage would have been. Now, in ancient Greece, they would have performed on an elevated stage, and behind the stage, they would have had a large building known in ancient Greek as the Skene. And the Skene was basically where all the actors and props and machines would be in the background, similar to the modern day offstage if you've ever seen a live theater performance. So that's kind of what this crumbled bit is right here. It's kind of the remnants of both the stage and the Skene. Next up, we have our marvelous second villa that we built here. When I was thinking of new builds to add, I thought that it was kind of weird that we only had one villa already, because if this was a real Greek/Roman town, there would have been, of course, multiple families living here, and so we would need multiple homes. So I went ahead and added a second villa, and will likely add even more in the future. But this one, as you can see, is quite ruined. We have kind of an overgrown pool that looks a little bit dirty. There are far fewer walls on this villa than the other one, giving the impression that this is just a way more run-down house than the one that I'm currently living in. Now, towards the end of when I was building this, I actually had an unexpected visitor. Burkle came along and he just, without a word, popped down a shulker box and started adding in some details. So some of this stuff actually comes from Burkle randomly, like this glow lichen. The lily pads were also his idea. These kelp blocks, the spore blossom, and then this guy back here that he called the supervisor. He's going to be staying. We're going to keep this guy and most of the additions. I might get rid of the kelp blocks. I'm not sure how I feel about those, but overall, I had a fun time with Burkle, and I'm glad that he came by to add some details to our build. So this is the second villa. I think it turned out really nice, and it adds even more life to our area. And that brings us to what I consider to be the main attraction of today's episode, the amazing aqueduct that spans the length of the river. You guys will have to let me know what you think of it, because I'm very biased. I absolutely love the way that this build turned out. I think it is just chock full of detail. We used a very kind of diverse block palette with some dripstone and even some light gray terracotta and a custom tree. Now you may notice that at the current moment it is kind of floating on the river. Don't worry, we are going to fix that. In a future episode, or perhaps even in between episodes, I will go ahead and add some support pillars that lead off into the water, and we're even going to do a custom island on this side over by where the custom tree is. So we're going to have a small custom island out in the water where the tree is. But Yeah, I love this build. I think it looks stunning. It has tons of character, tons of detail, and it obviously adds so much to our Greek and Roman inspired area. As I'm sure you guys can tell, I'm very, very happy with the Aqueduct. It might be my favorite thing that we've built in our area so far. So those are the 3 new base additions, and with that, we are approaching the end of today's episode, but I have a few things that I want to talk with you guys about before we end. First of all, one of my Discord community members recently showed me some fan art that he had made that I thought just looked incredible, and he gave me permission to show it in a video, so here it is right here. This was made by a community member by the name of Anthony, and in the description of this video, I will have his Tumblr linked. So be sure to head on over and check out Anthony's Tumblr, show him lots of love and support because this fan art is amazing. I really, really love it. And of course, a huge thank you to Anthony for making it in the first place and allowing me to use it in a video. If you guys are ever interested in making fan art of me or of other Skyfall members or anything like that, feel free to make it, send it to me on Discord, anything you want. I'd be happy to feature it in a video, or if you want to keep it private, that's also totally okay. The second thing I wanted to talk about is that I got a new microphone for Christmas, and this was the first video where I actually used it. So if you guys noticed a change in sound quality, whether it was good or bad, please leave a comment and leave some feedback just so I know how I'm sounding in my videos, because it is important to me how I sound to you guys. I want you guys to have a wonderful experience watching my videos. So yeah, hopefully I sound a little bit better now. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is actually a little bit insane. So last weekend, we hit 500 subscribers. That is right. There are now over 500 of you amazing people following my channel and being a part of my community, and I couldn't be more thankful or more happy. But I realized this isn't really an achievement of mine. It's not like I sat down and did 500 things. It really means that there's 500 of you incredible people. This is more your achievement than mine. And so thank you all from the bottom of my heart so much for supporting the channel. I love you guys to death, each and every one of you, and I want to celebrate you in some way. So if you want to have some kind of 500 sub video or stream, please leave a comment. Let me know a suggestion of what you want to do in that kind of celebratory video. And again, a big, big thank you to each and every one of you. So that is going to do it for today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and maybe join this community of over 500 by subscribing. But if not, it's totally okay. As always, I have more exciting plans for future videos, so stay tuned for that. I'll catch you guys then, and until next time, shine on, little stars, shine on.